Hello, everyone, and surprise, surprise, I'm back again. I can't even begin. Whoa, it's been a very interesting summer so far. I finished out the school year, and I have fractured my arm. Yes, isn't that lovely? But I'm doing better. It's like I just have about 4 more weeks of wearing this thing, and because the break's close to the elbow, they want me to have the brace off so that I can stretch and keep the joint limber. So I'm doing the best I can with that. So, but I finally got some new books, and I'm going to read one of them to you right now. Now, how many of you have had the experience of, somebody is making fun of you or you've had a really bad day and there's that one little item that helps you feel better? I know. Yeah, same. So I found a very cool story called Randy Rainbow and the Marvelously Magical Pink Glasses. Look at this. Aren't they spectacular? And it was written by Randy Rainbow. Yes, that is his name. No, it's not a fake name for a cool account. No, no, that's his real name. And I love it. I think it's cool. All right. So I'll read and then I'll show the pictures. It's going to be easier on the arm. Randy Rainbow was not quite like the other kids in school. While most of the boys in his class dressed in dull blue jeans and drab t-shirts, Randy chose to wear brightly colored three-piece suits and sparkly bow ties. Show that picture. Good for him. Everybody has their own style. Sometimes he even painted his fingernails with polish he stole, but borrowed from his mom's medicine cabinet to match his snazzy attire. He loved any opportunity to be fabulously flashy as possible. Excellence is in the details. I know I've, been guilty as a kid of getting into um mom or dad's things that I wasn't supposed to yet. How many of you have been guilty of getting into the makeup or maybe into a toolbox or into, something else that you weren't supposed to? Every day after school, while the other kids played sports, Randy ran home to his collection of old movies and Broadway albums. He made costumes and acted out his favorite scenes, playing every part himself, naturally. He has a very good imagination. I would do things like that too. Anybody else? In the summer, when most kids were splishing and splashing around the swimming pool, Randy was inside hanging decorations for Halloween. It was, after all, his favorite holiday. No laws against getting ahead of the seasonal curve. Now, I can't say that I've put up my decorations too early, but there's some people who like to have their Halloween stuff up year round, and it's not hurting anybody. So why the heck, why not? Randy's colorful ways made him shine bright, and he loved it that way. As it turned out, though, some of his classmates felt differently. Ha! What are you wearing? Blurted out Richie Schmendrick, the most popular kid in school. Yeah, snorted Oscar Schmendrick, Richie's little brother, and the second most popular kid in school. What a weirdo. So here's his outfit, and there's these guys here. I don't think that's fair. Is his outfit hurting anybody? No. I mean, if they can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Richie and Oscar's words made Randy's stomach ache. For the first time, he felt ashamed of all his sparkly, wonderful things that made him, well, him. Over the next week, Randy dressed in dull, drab jeans and t shirts. He tried to hide his colorful ways, and soon his bright light began to grow dim. So here's his closet of his fabulous stuff. And there he is. Doesn't look too happy, does he? I think that's what they mean when they're talking about his light getting dim. They're not talking like an actual flashlight. But yeah, I feel bummed out if I felt I couldn't wear the things that made me who I am. That would stink. That Sunday, Randy sat at the kitchen table in his grandma's house as she packed boxes full of old junk to donate to the local thrift store. Don't let those silly kids get you down, Randala, said Nanny. Next time they bug you, just crack a joke and carry on, kiddo. Humor can also often be used as a weapon against nasty comments. Just then, Randy noticed the rosy glimmer coming from one of the junk boxes. He reached inside and pulled out a pair of bright pink cat eye glasses. They were elegant, sleek, and covered in sparkly rhinestone gems. What in the world are these, Nanny? Oh, those old things. Those are just. Nanny paused. Those are just my marvelously magical pink glasses. That's all. I must have thrown them in there by mistake. Oh, marvelously magical, eh? Let's find out. What's so magical about them? Asked Randy. When you wear them, you can be anything and anywhere you want in the blink of an eye. How do they work? He asked. Well, you just put them on and close your eyes, then tap them twice, say the magic words, and open your eyes again. Why not try them at school tomorrow? I'm sure Richie and Oscar would make fun of me. Those schmendricks, forget about them. I like that the cat's trying to get in the box. Relatable. Gigi would do that. Well, what are the magic words, Nan? Oh, hold your horses, babe, Nanny said, stalling a bit. I'm just trying to remember. Oh, yes, of course. The magic words are blink, pink, 1, 2, 3. Show me what I want to see. Hmm. Wonder if it'll work. The next day at school, Randy was feeling pretty adorable in his dazzling new spectacles until lunchtime. OMG, where did you get those ridiculous glasses, weirdo? Heckled Richie, pointing as he guffawed. All the other kids started laughing too. Randy could feel his tears coming on. Then, remembering what Nanny told him, he shut his eyes tightly, tapped the glasses twice, and whispered the magic words blink, pink, 1, 2, 3. Show me what I want to see. All right, he's going to try it. And, dude, that's not cool, man. Again, his glasses aren't hurting anybody. Let's leave him alone. With that, the glasses began to glow and sparkle. Randy opened his eyes, and to his surprise, he was no longer in the lunchroom. He was on a stage. A giant sign behind him featured his name in bright pink neon lights. The lunch tables were now rows of red velvet seats, where all the kids sat waiting for the comedy show to start. And Randy was the star. The lunchbox in his hand had become a microphone. He raised it to his mouth and said, I got them at the Ridiculous Glasses for Weirdos store. Aren't they fabulous? The crowd of school kids burst into a roar of laughter that filled the room. Only this time they weren't laughing at Randy, they were laughing with him. From then on, Randy wore his pink glasses proudly, using their magic whenever he needed to find a little bit of courage. Courage. Now, did he really go to uh, a stage, or was that his imagination? What do you think? Let's find out. At the doctor's office, he put them on before getting his annual shot. I agree. Not a fan, but it's good for you. It helps keep you healthy, keep you from getting all sorts of sick and germs and cooties. At his swimming lesson, he put them on before taking his big dive. Ooh, I like that idea. I was always scared to dive when I was a kid. I probably should have used some marvelously magical pink glasses. At auditions for the school musical, he put them on before belting out his song. Ah. Now, I smile at this picture because, in case you don't know, this is from the musical Phantom of the Opera, which is one of my favorites of all time. All this new confidence made Randy a star at school. Oscar and Richie even invited him to their birthday party. You're invited to the Schmendrick brothers' birthday, Saturday at 2 p.m. As Randy walked with Nanny to the Schmendricks' house, he tripped on his shoelace and fell face first to the ground. Oh, that sounds like me. Luckily, he didn't break his arm. His precious pink glasses flew off of his nose and smashed into a dozen pieces. Oh no, Nan, I can't go to the party now. Without those glasses, I don't have my magic. Okay, Randall, said Nanny, trying to calm him. Truth time. Those glasses aren't really magic. Of course they are, cried Randy, still in a panic. They made me strong and gave me the powers to do and be anything I wanted. Those silly glasses, I found them at a flea market. They're plastic. You made yourself all those things with your amazing imagination and creativity. The magic isn't in the glasses, it's in you. At the party, Randy sat in the corner, afraid of what might happen without his enchanted eyewear. But when his favorite song came on, he couldn't help but start to dance. Randy danced and danced the way he did when he was alone in his bedroom. Before long, he was doing moves he didn't even know he could do. He even did a backflip. Go, Randy. Go, Randy. Go, Randy. Go, Randy. OMG, what a weirdo, shouted one of the other kids. Randy froze. Then, remembering what his nanny said, he closed his eyes tightly, tapped his cheek twice, and whispered some new magic words. Blink, think, 1, 2, 3. Let the magic come from me. Clever of him to adjust the magic words. He's a smart cookie. When he opened his eyes, he was not on a Broadway stage. The room he was standing in had not become the set of his favorite dance competition and TV show. So he closed his eyes once more and simply imagined all those things. Suddenly, Randy felt himself begin to sparkle and glow. He started to dance again, bigger, faster, and jazzier than ever. The kids around him couldn't help but join in. Even Oscar and Richie were dancing. If being a weirdo was as fun as Randy made it look, they all wanted to be weirdos too. Randy knew then that the power to do all those marvelously magical things had been inside him all along. The pink glasses, although quite fabulous, weren't really magical after all. Or were they? Bum, bum, bum. No, they weren't. No, he just used his imagination and his creativity to make things better for himself, which is a very wise thing to do. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the story. I know I liked reading it. And remember, you are important. You are valuable. Don't let anybody tell you that you are wrong just because you're different. Okay? You don't need magic glasses for that. Nay, nay. In fact, you can use those magic words. Say it to yourself very quietly. Blink, think. 1, 2, 3. Let the magic come from me. I like it. I think I'll use that for the school year next year. That'll be awesome. All right. Rama revealing Krishna. Auntie Heather loves you very much. And Auntie Heather loves the rest of you too. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.